Hello and welcome back to another Final Girl live stream. Today we are going to be continuing on what we started last week. We did the unboxing of season 3 and we started to play the first scenario, or not the first scenario, but a scenario from season 3. Then my power died and here we are. So we were setting up the Tormentor at Falconwood, and so I went ahead and continued on that train of thought. We're going to be doing the Tormentor, which is like the Saw kind of parallel in the game with Falconwood. So which is not, I should note, this is not the pairing in the box. And so this is the first time I think ever that I've mixed up the killer and location from their original box. And so it's kind of exciting. We are going to be playing with the tier dice because we like to cry a lot on the stream. But so the tier dice is a new mechanic introduced in season 3 that whenever you roll a tier, you can gather a tier onto our tier board, and then you can spin the tiers for collective effects. It's effectively like a fixing of sorts for the for uh for rolling poorly, for being bad at the game. Uh, yeah, cool. Alrighty, so I went ahead and did a lot of the setup. I think let's talk through what some of these are. So Falconwood. This is kind of interesting because there's a lot of different, like, I forgot what they called them. I guess like events or like what did they call them? Missions. So there's a lot of different missions, and so each time you play Falconwood, it's going to be actually a little bit different based on the mission that you draw. There's like a good number of them, and those are all going to mess with the rules somehow, and then change it up and change up setup and how you actually play. And so I pulled Crack the Code. And so spies are in Falconwood and communicating in code. Crack the code to foil their plan. So it tells you what our setup is. We had to go ahead and get the jacket um, friend card. We've got that. We've got all of our tokens, which are labeled 1 through 6 at the named locations that are not item locations. And on the mission, we're going to be using the 20-sided die. Basically, what we have to do is during the action phase, we can try and crack the code by performing the following steps at the shopping mall, which is up here in the top right corner. So if we are at the shopping mall, we can spend 3 times to roll the 20-sided dice. If we sum the values of the 20-sided dice with the mission tokens that we have collected, which are all around here, these little guys. Focus. There you go. That. So you add the number on the mission token, which could be 1 to 6. Uh, if that value is over 20, then we have cracked the code. Awesome. And at that point, we have full reign to then go ahead and take on the killer. So you have to fulfill this before you reveal the final. Ooh, I do need health, or the final health things here. So it's just kind of another thing that you have to do. What's up, friendly computer? How you doing? Looking forward to the stream. I'm so glad. Me too. Me too. Um, so we got the Tormentor with 7 health, and then I am playing Mandy with 6 health. The Tormentor does not start on the board. Rather, we start with a victim here on the board, and then they are going to be placing death traps out onto the board, which we're going to have to free ourselves as well as victims from. And so the special setup, the Tormentor does not start on the board. Setup cards face up. Ooh, I should get the setup cards. Setup cards are over here off the screen, but we got setup cards there. Victim death. Place a victim in the space where the killer would start the game. The killer is going to start up here in the shopping mall, so I placed a victim here. And then resolve a victim death trap card. So a death trap will be set when you see one of the above icons, which is the icon on the death trap card here. And then you're required to resolve a death trap, draw a death trap card from the appropriate deck, place the matching death trap token in the spaces the target is indicated. So let's see what we got. We got firework target. So you're surrounded by a massive amount of mortars and rockets. There is a slow fuse, but if you don't escape, they all go boom. Alrighty, so we start here. And then whenever we resolve the trap icon, everybody who's trapped in a trap, probably could have used a better wording choice there, is going to move here and we're going to resolve the effect. If we ever get to the scythe here at the end of the track, then that victim is killed and uh horror goes up. So there you go. The first thing that we have to do there we go. The first thing that we have to do is spend 4 time, then cut the fuses, lastly untie the victim. We have to do all of that in order to save them from the shopping mall, and I'm actually is there a way to know which one is which? There probably is. Nope. It just looks like fireworks. So we're going to just set the fireworks trap right there. We're good. And so as we go through, we're going to see more of these death traps start to come out. Um, and then there's some FAQs on the death traps there. Didn't realize I would have cleaned up. Usually, would have cleaned up this area. Usually, it's not on stream, so I didn't worry about it too much. Okay. Um, the other thing about Falconwood is that we have rivers crossings, and so the blue crossing. So from this location to here, there's a slight blue line here, which is a river crossing. And normally we cannot use river crossings, and killers cannot use river crossings either. But there are going to be some effects that allow us to use them, and the victims can follow you as normal whenever we do use them. So when you complete a mission, a friend will join you, and yeah, I think that is enough to get us started. So we are all the way down here, and our death trap is up here in the top right. This is also one of the locations that I've seen with the most amount of like spaces on the board. Like there's a lot of spaces going on here. And so that's kind of cool. In the government lab, we do have a shotgun. We have the binoculars in the police station, and then the lucky dragon's foot in the shopping mall, as well as some fireworks that maybe we should take care of. Okay. I have my cards here. We got focus, short rest, weak attack, and walk. And then the tormentor is not on the map. So I want to just double check because we collect tiers. Yeah, you do not collect tiers when resolving a successful horror roll. You only collect tiers if your roll is unsuccessful. So, like if you roll 2 dice and you have like a result of this, then you would not collect tiers because you do have a successful horror result. But let's go ahead and get those back charging to 6. So the Tormentor is not on the board until the final and call it the final showdown. I'm not recalling exactly what it is called right at this moment until the finale is revealed. That is the word. And so we are kind of hanging out until that happens. Whenever we save 5 victims, we had 2 damage. Wow, 2 attacks made without a weapon or item. You cannot use this ability with reaction cards. So Mandy is going to come out swinging. Alrighty, cool. So we have the government lab, which is the shotgun. If we are going to be getting extra damage, if we don't have an item, it may be worth not grabbing the shotgun. If we come up to the police station once per turn, while at or adjacent to a item shop, spend a time to look at the top 2 cards of the item deck. Okay, and then the lucky dragon's foot during the action phase, roll the 20-sided die, and then based on our result, we get to um, yeah, based on our result, we get to choose one of these benefits. So that actually seems really good. I'm thinking that we probably want to do that. We also need to be collecting some of these tokens so that we can actually save uh, or crack the code, because we do need to crack the code at the shopping mall first. Do want to make sure that. Yeah, okay. It's just I was the shopping mall is where the killer started. So I was like, is it where the killer starts? No, it is. It specifically does call out the shopping mall. So let's just go ahead and start. Let's focus. I do like starting with a focus. Trying to figure out where all of my cards go now. Hmm. Focus. We are in horror 2, so we're rolling 2 dice. Oh, let's go. So we get to reduce the horror, and we gain 2 times. So we go up to 8, reduce our horror down there. Okay, well, that's good. Want to just focus again. Okay, so we did get 1 success. So we will reduce horror. Now we're rolling 3 dice, and we lose 1 time. So we're down to 7. While we're here, we might as well walk. I think what we're going to do is probably come this route, kind of move some of these victims up, start saving some of the victims. The only places that we can save victims is where I currently am, as well as here and here, which is kind of oh, and down here in the corner, down here in the corner. I need these tokens, so we may come up this route over. The tokens are in just like annoying spots. Actually, we may come here, come up, rescue some of these victims to get there, and see where the game state is taking us at that point. So we're walking. We get to roll 3 dice at this point. So let's go ahead and roll. We did get 1 success. Move up to 1 space. Boom. We will reduce our time down to 6. And then let's do it one more time. We got to walk. 2 successes. Move up to 2 spaces. We will lose a time. We're going to go 1, and then up to 2 victims can follow us. So we will move here into this space. We have a short rest and a weak attack in our hand. Whoa, best viewers, let's go. Remove the space. I do love. Oh, nah, they're telling me to remove the space. I thought the bot messed up. Nice. We do have these 2, but I'm gonna go ahead and end my turn, giving us 5 time to spend on cards. I think we will probably at least spend 2 on a sprint. We will spend. We could go. Let's go 2 more on a sprint and then a close call. I don't know if we'll use both sprints, but we can just grab them at least, and then these come back to our market. And because life is hard, planning phase, killer phase, resolve, killer action, draw terror card. So killer action, I'm gonna go here. Oh, that's kind of interesting. So we reset to 6, so we're starting next round with 5. Okay, that's kind of interesting. And then terror card. We've got a. We have to help. If there are no victims on the board, discard and draw the next terror card. Otherwise, all victims move 1 space towards the nearest death trap. Okay. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come to me, my pretties. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I think they probably moved down. there are no death traps in play, then increase horror level. Okay. Um, cool. If they enter the space with the death trap, are they trapped? I guess not. I don't know what. I don't know why it's a bad thing for them to all move towards the death trap. Maybe that's where the killer is going to show up. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and sprint. So we are still rolling 3 dice. We've got 2 successes, meaning that we can move up to 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. Could go there. We could go 1, 2, 3. I think we're going to do that. I think we're going to move here. We're going to move to the exit, which is going to save our 2 friends here, which we can decrease horror level and increase time. So we're going to go down here and increase this to 6. We did have to lose a time when we moved. And then our final move, we're going to come here because there is a token there. And in order to get the token, we can spend 1 time. We'll go down to 4 to reveal this token, which is a 3. So now whenever we're trying to crack the code, we're going to add 3 to our d20 roll to see if we add or exceed 20. And in that case, we do get the code. Okay. Where do we want to go now? I think I'm kind of just like going to let that guy die, I guess. We could end the turn with 4 time left, allowing us to get some cards, I guess. I don't know. We could try and rescue some of these guys, which would allow us to move some more spaces. I do think I want more of the tokens. I'm trying to figure out which ones I want. I feel like if I come this way, it's a little bit out of the way, but maybe if I go like here. Actually, if I'm sprinting, I may come down here. So let's just go ahead and sprint again. Did it come with a D20? Yes. This box did come with a D20. So this is it's just a black and red D20, but this came in the Falconwood box. Ooh. Alrighty. We get a tier. We fail. We can lose a health, move up to 1 space, and end our turn. Or we can lose a health. We're gonna go ahead and do this. We're gonna lose 2 time, lose a health, and move up to 1 space, which will be here. That's tough. We could have discarded 2 cards. We could play a close call actually if we wanted to. I think at this point it's not the end of the world if we fail on that, because we do get the tier. It is 2 time. That's fine. What's the worst that could happen? Okay. So we have 2 time to spend. We're going to go ahead and grab all of our 0 cost cards here, mainly to get our walks back. And oh, sorry about that. 2 time, we could buy a guard. Let's buy a guard. Then the sprints are going to come back here, reset to 6. It will be the killer action, which will move this guy. Move that down here. Boom, just like that. And then we've got a terror card. You have no respect for life. If no victims are trapped, I think this is put it on the bottom of the terror deck and draw a card. Yeah, friendly. Yeah, this is the first time playing anything from season 3. So it's the first time playing the villain as well as the location. Panic all untrapped victims in spaces with a death trap. There's 0. If you're in a space with a trapped victim, you panic. If no one panicked, increase bloodlust. Discard a random action card. So got 2, 4, 6, 8. We'll double the number and ignore anything over 16. 4. So 2, 4. We're discarding a weak attack. Honestly, that is fine. That's was not planning to use the weak attack. Okay. I feel like when the Tormentor shows up, it's going to be very scary because this feels too calm for what I'm used to in Final Girl. All right, let's walk. We are going to. Ooh, we got 0. Let's go ahead and close call this. I'm gonna spend 2, and we're gonna re-roll all the dice because we didn't get a teardrop. So let's just re-roll everything. Okay, we at least got a teardrop there. Wow. We did not do anything, so we're going to. We can move up to 1 space. I think we'll do. Bring 2 of our friends with us. We'll lose a health. We do have some healing here. Season 3 snuck up on me. I'm not sure what to get. Any favorites yet? I don't know. I have not actually played anything from Season 3, so this is the first time trying it out, though the Tormentor seems really fun. Falconwood seems very modular. I don't think I play the game enough to appreciate the modularity of Falconwood, but the Tormentor is pretty interesting so far. The teardrops, if you roll a horror roll and you are not successful, you can gather teardrops, and then you can spend the tiers for effects. So like you can spend 1 tier for increasing time, rerolling a dice, decreasing horror. We roll all dice for 4, and then 5 you get to roll plus 2 dice. So it's kind of a fixing if you are rolling poorly. Like I've rolled 6 dice and none of them have had a success. Then we get to move up to 1 space. We are there. We will spend our time to gather this, which is a 4. Alrighty, so we're now at 7. So anything that we add. Nope, that is not just in Falconwood. That is a modular set that came in or modular edition that came in season 3 that you can add to any. And it gave you like the blue dice and stuff. Normally they're the red, and like the ones now have tiers. These dice may get put in timeout for a little bit. Let's swap them out. They need to go back and charge. 6. Where's my 6? There's 6. Just like that. And these guys have charged up. Okay, we got 2 to buy. We're going to take a sprint, mainly just because I think we need to be moving around the map. And these are going to come back here. I think these are all. Nope, we got a close call there. Boom. Boom. Killer, this is going to move here, so we will go down to 5. And our terror card. Where? Oh, I didn't do my starting event. No! I always forget the starting event. Bridge repair. Place the under construction token on a bridge of your choice. That bridge can no longer be used for the rest of the game. They're no longer considered adjacent. Okay, so bridge repair. This is the only bridge I haven't used, so let's go with that one. Okay. Place 2 new victims at the community pool. So our community pool is down here. So we got 2 new victims there. This is a Falconwood event. And then we're going to resolve an event card. Our event card is lose 2 time when crossing a bridge. Wow, that's unfortunate. Huh. I think at this point we probably don't. We want to spend as much time as we can on the western side of the map, cross the bridge 1 time, and then lose the 2 time at that instance, and then not worry about it, and probably not try and come back over here. So let's collect the Fanghorn Forest token, maybe save some of these victims, and then peace out. Okay, top of the round. We will sprint. Come on, charge dice. Let's go. 3. So we're going to move up to 3 spaces. We'll go 1, 2. I think we're just going to move the 2 spaces. That cost us 1 time there. We will spend a time to grab this last token, which is a 5. Woo! Alrighty, so we are up to 12. So that D20 gets plus 12, meaning that we are over 50% chance of hitting it, which feels pretty good. I feel so like there's so many spaces on this map. And so we could navigate 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. We could go 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces up here, but then that puts us closer. So that's probably the route that we are going to go, is come up this route to get to this exit, because once we're down here, we're just kind of out of the way of everything. And then we're closer to cracking the code. So I think that's what we have to do, is kind of ignore some of these folks. But we have a pretty big conglomerate of victims here that we could save and flip ourselves to our final form. I think that's probably where we're headed. Okay, so in that sense, let's we don't need to focus. We're at 3. Let's go ahead and walk. Okay, we got oof the okay. We had to spend 2 tiers to re-roll a dice. I think we're gonna do that. Spend 2 tiers. We're gonna re-roll this teardrop. Nice. Okay, so we did get a star. We'll get to move up to 1 space. That'll be here. And we lose a time. The big thing here is that we don't lose 2 times, so we actually have 2 still that we can spend on our cards. If we'll go ahead and buy a sprint, then the rest of our 0 cost cards and our walk and sprint will repopulate into our market. Nice. Okay. So bad things are happening to our firework target victim over here. We are going to move. That is going to fail. Will increase there as well as here, because the fail result triggers because the victim is killed. The victim is considered killed. And so bloodlust does increase. And then there we go. Why death trap? Bummer. It's a big map to, like, we started 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spaces away from the victim. They were not getting saved. That it's not on me. Tarot card. Let's play a game. If there are no victims on the board, discard this and draw the next. A victim that matches the first applicable condition is now trapped. In the item space furthest from you, we don't have anybody in item spaces. So in a item space, in a space adjacent to an item space, so in a space adjacent to the item space, a victim is trapped. So we could go here or here. I think we're going to go here. And then when we see this sawtooth icon, oh, it's just trapping. Okay, so we have another victim death trap. We've got the guillotine. The blade will drop suddenly when the timer reaches 0. Use your head or lose it. We have to first figure out the mechanism for 3 times. Lastly, disarm the mechanism, 2 damage, and move 2 spaces. And we got some horror roll, or there's some horror increases coming here. Let's start there. And let me find our guillotine icon, which is right there. I assume this goes away. Fireworks went off. Fireworks at the ball. Nice. Okay. My goal in life is to avoid guillotines. Let's go ahead and sprint. So we got 3 cards. Oh, we're at 6 here. Jeez, make it stop. Okay. Let's get rid of a weak attack and a short rest to turn one of these into a success, because wow. Then our move, we get to move up to 2 spaces. We'll move 1, 2 here. And we lose a time. We are going to, do we want to try and focus? Let's walk. Let's not focus. Let's walk, because then we can hang on to the card and we can toss our cards to get a success and focus. Okay, we got a success, so that's nice. So we're gonna move here, which is gonna save these 2 victims. We're gonna do this guy, which is gonna heal us 1, and then we can move a space here, which will move me down here. And we lose a time, so we're down to 4. We could first figure out the mechanism, spend 3 time to do so. That's probably worth it. Let's focus right now. I'm going to see if I can get extra time, but when we trigger the killer action, we're going to increase our horror level, which is going to take us into the 2 dice territory. So if we can decrease the horror level, we can remain in the 3, and it's going to be easier to stay in 3 dice territory. We got 1. Ugh. Okay, so we got, oh, and I needed to spend 2 time, so I'm actually down to 2 when I cross that bridge. So we'll decrease horror level, take this down to 1. And we don't have the time to do that. So what we're going to do, we're going to end. Now we're not going to focus again. Well, we could focus again. We focus again and we get a double result. We're actually going to go up 3 times, which is going to take us to 4. That's probably worth it. So let's do that. Let's focus here. Come on, give me 2 successes. Alrighty, no successes. We do get a teardrop. We lose 2 time. Everything went bad. Everything went poorly. These dice get rid. I am kind of amazed at, maybe it's just the ones that I remember, but I am kind of amazed at how frequently it feels like we just roll absolute nothing on 3s, right? Like, it feels like it should be more. You should average 1 success, right? It's 2/3, or it's a 1/3 chance, but cool. Bummer. Alrighty, we have 0. We'll grab the walk. We have a walk and a guard. Setting ourselves up real nicely. Sprint goes here. 0 cost action cards go there. The nice thing is even though we only have like 2 cards. We are in the space with the guillotine, so we can use our time for something. Everything went poorly. The motto of Van Ryder Games, right? Final girl is a harsh mistress. That is so true. That is so true. Okay. This resets. Killer action is going to increase our horror level up to 1. And then our terror card. You don't deserve to live. If there are no victims on the board, a victim that matches the first applicable condition is now trapped in a space, in the exit space furthest from you, in an exit space, in a space adjacent to an exit space. Okay, so we got another trap here. Yikes. So this is another victim death trap. So the drowning tank. Oh wow, we're losing 1, 2, then 3 time. Ugh. So first we unlatch and open the tank lid for 5 time. Lastly, we're going to pull the victim free and move 1 space down the track. We are stuck right there. Yep. Okay. Things are happening. Things are happening. We need a drowning tank. There we go. And they're really attacking right next to the police station. The Tormentor has some confidence. They're setting up guillotines and drowning tanks in the neighbor's house of the police station. That's impressive. Okay, so we can spend 7 time. We don't have 7 time. Ugh. We're probably gonna guillotine here. So first, figure out the mechanism. We will spend 3 time. We'll go down to 3. Lastly, disarm the mechanism. We will take 2 damage and move 2 spaces. Come here, which will save us, and then we will move, I guess, back to where our trap is. This person is now rescued. I took the wrong one. Well, I guess both of them could be rescued. Yeah, because both of them can follow me. And so the first one saves, and then the additional victim saved will increase our time to 4. So now that we have unlocked our Super Saiyan form, Mandy adds 2 damage to attacks made without a weapon or an item. You cannot use this ability with reaction cards. Seems pretty good, especially when the Tormentor only has 7 health. And so ideally, we will be able to knock him out with that. We have 4 time left. Actually, you know what? I'm going to come over here to the shopping mall. Instead of moving back to our drowning tank, I apologize, Mr. Victim, for the death that is going to be you in the drowning tank. But now I can try and crack the code. So I have 4 time. Do I want to try and crack this code? It spends 3 time to crack the code. I think I have to, right? It's going to leave me with 1 time. I can grab our letter zeros in a close call during our I think, yeah. But I think with this, I'm not going to have a lot of time here. So we're going to take 5, 9, 12 and add it to our dice roll, which is 10. That is 22. We have to exceed 20 for this specific. So we have cracked the code. So a couple things happen. This is like right in my glare, so I'm going to have to pick it up. The mission is complete when the total is greater than or equal to 20. Place the jacket at the shopping mall, which is, I put it somewhere so I wouldn't lose it. There it is. So this is at the shopping mall. Look through the item deck at the shopping mall and take 1 item of your choice. Oh, nice. Shuffling the remaining items together. So we got the Lucky Dragon's Foot. We've got the first aid kit. Every time you use an action card to recover health, recover an additional health. That seems pretty good. A pool noodle. You may use the river crossing, but only 1 victim may follow you. Okay. And the slingshot. We don't want the slingshot. So I'm thinking that we're going with one of these three. My guess is that we're not going to use the first aid kit. First aid kit actually could be pretty nice. Pool noodle. I don't know. I don't know how much we're gonna need to move across these river crossings anymore. Pool noodle does seem hilarious, right? I kind of like the lucky dragon's foot. We get to roll a die and we get to choose one of these, and ideally we'll get to choose 4, and that'll be nice. So let's take the lucky dragon's foot right there. I did spend 3 times, so I'm down to 1. Shopping mall item is shuffled there. Then our friend here, while Jocket is at your space, change 1 die result to a star when resolving action cards that provide movement, and 1 additional victim may follow you. You can use the river crossings while with the Jocket. So okay, we definitely don't need the pool noodle because I feel like Jocket is going to be hanging out with us for a while now. Cool. Okay, so we get 1 additional movement whenever using, or we get 1 additional die changing to a success whenever we're using action cards that resolve movement. Okay, and then the additional one that's going to follow us is just Jockhead. So that's cool. Okay, we have 1 time. I guess what is the goal here now? I think we're just kind of setting up to take on the Tormentor, right? We've cracked the code, so we're waiting for the Tormentor to show up so that we can take out the Tormentor. Okay. So what does that mean for us? We need to start getting some of the, I think, bigger attacks in our hand, like the critical blows, the furious strikes. We only have 1 time right now. I'm okay taking a close call. I think we probably want to heal a little bit because we have 3 damage on us. So if we can heal a little bit before we get the Tormentor to show up, I think we'll be good. Okay. Yeah. So mainly what I'm trying to think through here is that I can spend a teardrop to increase my time to buy a different action card, but I think I'd rather save that and potentially look at not doing much next turn, maybe focusing or healing or something like that to see if I can get some more time so that I can spend it on some of these higher impact action cards. But let's go ahead and just grab a close call and our 0 cost here, and that's going to be it. All right, what's our hand limit? Is it 8? Remember there is one. Ten. 10 cards. We got 2, 4, 6, 8. So we're good. Okay. We're going to move here. Resetting back to 6. We're going to move and lose 2 times. So we're down to 5. We do have the lucky dragon's foot, which I believe we will probably use next round, depending on what this terror card is. Let's go ahead and resolve that. Retreat, retreat. Place the killer in your space. There are special rules for this. I think it's just kind of ignored. Place something or count spaces in relation to the killer. Reveal a random setup card. Oh, place the killer. We're going to ignore the effect. So roll the d20 3 times and do the following for each result. So this could just kill us. Okay. We do have a guard. Okay, so we'll take 1 damage. We don't take a damage. And we don't take a damage. Okay. Retreat, retreat. Scary. Okay. It is now our turn. We got a short rest. We got some. I think we will short rest and we will focus a couple of times. We're going to short rest at the end because if we fail, bad things happen. And there's a potential that we just end immediately. So let's go ahead and focus. Roll 3 dice. We got that 3 result. Let's go. So we're going to increase time by 2 and decrease horror level 1. Let's focus again. We got 1 success. I think we're going to toss a walk and a weak attack to turn that into a second success. Because if we get 2 successes, we increase our time by 2 and we decrease horror, which will increase it a third time. So we go up to 10 time here. And so with 10 time, we can buy a lot of really cool action cards. Let's short rest so we don't die. We did get the 2 successes, so that's going to heal us 2. Boom, boom. And time does not tick down. Do we want to heal? Or do we want to walk? If we walk, we could actually probably get 2 successes, and then we'll be able to move 2 spaces to come down here. I think I'm going to hang on to walk just so that I can maintain the ability to walk next turn. I hate failing on a short rest. Seeing those stars is nice. Yes, 100%. Okay, so we're gonna end the action phase. We have 10 to spend. 10 to spend. Okay. Critical blow feels decent. It's a 6. There are the death trap that requires us to discard a random card is gone, so we don't have to worry about, well, there's not an immediate worry to lose a critical blow. I probably do, I was going to say I probably do want to move out of here so that our Jockhead doesn't get trapped in a death trap. That could feel bad. We could sprint, move up to 3 spaces. We got 1, 2, 3. I don't know, man. We're going to lose a lot of time over the next 2 rounds just because the drowning tank. So I mean, like, we're going to lose 5 total time here, plus a horror increase, and it's going to take 7 time to save them. So I think I'm just going to take the horror increase and the bloodlust. That is going to increase our reveal our dark power, which I'm not 100% sure what it does. So that could be a little interesting. But I think what we're going to do is take a Furious Strike, a Retaliate, put us at 4. We have a close call in our hand. We could grab a Sprint just to have it. So let's go 4, 8, 10, 0 cost card. Oh no! I do feel like I don't have quite enough room for these cards. Or maybe what I need to do is this. These are going to be off screen here. And our feature film is just going to go there. There we go. All of these are 0 cost cards, so they're going to go right there. Boom. Nice. So our hand looks like a guard, close call, walk, retaliate, furious strike, and a sprint. Because furious strike can deal 4 damage, retaliate can do 6 damage. So I guess If we don't take sprint, we could take critical blow. Critical blow could do 5, then a retaliate could do 2, which would be the 7 needed to take out the Tormentor. So I think there potentially is. I think we actually don't go Furious Strike. We don't go Sprint. We take the critical blow instead, because at this point, these 2 cards could be game ending for us, or game winning for us. Because this would be 5, this would be 7. Cool. And then if we can pick up the weak attack, and we can pick up movement later. I like that. Okay, we'll reset this to 6. We've got this coming here. We'll lose 2 time, going down to 4. That does really hinder what we can do this next round, which is too bad. But we got a terror card, which is help, I'm trapped. If you are trapped, discard and draw the next terror card. Otherwise, you are trapped. Alrighty, we got, okay. The final girl is trapped in the Super Saw. First, free yourself for 5 time. Actually, it's kind of interesting. Do I just lose? I think I may just lose here. Because I don't think I can free myself. Because when I'm trapped, they may not move. You may not play reaction cards or perform attacks. Okay, so you can still play cards that will get you time. But unfortunately, I'm just I may just die there because I don't have 5 time to spend. And so I'm just losing this round. I am trapped. Super Saw is here in the shopping mall. Okay. Cool. So at the top of the round, I only have 4, so I can't actually do anything because I need to free myself for 5 time. I cannot attack. I cannot move. I can't do any of this. And so I just have to end my turn, which is kind of feel bad. But I need things that will get me time. So I have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I think we're going to leave the weak attack. We're going to spend our 4 time to grab distraction. So we're going to be down to 3. Jeez. Yeah. Let's grab distraction. I'm going to grab a close call, and we're also not going to grab this walk. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of a feel bad. It's kind of a feel bad. This double whammy here, which I probably should have just been saving my victims in the drowning tank, but here we are. Oh, I could actually spend a teardrop to increase time. Yeah, actually, let's do that. Okay, so instead of the close call and the distraction, I'm going to spend my teardrop, increase my time by 1. Then I'm going to spend 5 time to free yourself. Lastly, drive to safety, move 1 space, and take a damage. Okay. So I am going to move 1 space. Move down here. Have this follow. And then Super Saw is gone. Okay. Thank you, Tears. Tears fuel me. Okay. So now I have 0 to buy anything. And so I'm just picking up the zeros. That should be 10, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Nice. This gets reset to 6. Killer action will lose 3 time. Terror card. Ooh. Yeah, so getting trapped is detrimental. Who would have known? Dang it, I'm trapped again. You are trapped. Alrighty, here we go. So we are in the electric cage this time. First, find the power source. I think I'm actually misreading 1 damage. Oh, the 1 damage is technically preventable. Okay. We are in the electric cage. So I need to get some healing cards. Well, this ramped up really quickly. It's ramped up real quickly. Okay, so first we have to spend 2 time to get out of this. Then damage the power source to take a damage. Lastly, destroy the power source for 2 damage. So that's 3 total damage, which would kill me. So what I need to do is heal first. Which do I have? I do have a short rest. So I can heal first and then take the damage. But I cannot play reaction cards, and so yikes. Okay. Well, that's scary. The electric cage, I do need a token for the electric cage. I think Jaquette thinks that we are pitiful when it comes to saving ourselves. Okay. So we're at 3 time, which is terrifying. Let's go ahead and spend 2 time to take us down to 1. Because when I short rest, there's a chance that I just immediately end my turn. I think short rest is actually the only thing I can really do. So let's short rest here. Roll these 2 dice, or 3 dice. We did get a success. I'm gonna pitch 2 cards. I'm gonna pitch a focus because we should be back up to 6 next round. A focus and a weak attack to change that to 2 successes. So we do not lose our time and we heal 2 damage. Boom, boom. Just like that. And damage the power source. We will take a damage. Lastly, destroy. Can I do all of these in 1 turn? I assume we can. Oh, okay. If at least 1 untrapped victim is in the space with you, you may add +1 to your horror rolls when you're resolving action cards towards completing the escape task. That's kind of cool. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So I'll take a damage, and then I'll take 2 damage. And we are out of the electric cage. We're back here with our buddy. If I get trapped again, I'm flipping this table. Okay. We're down to 1 health. And we have 1 money to spend, or 1 time to spend on money, I should say. I'm a little concerned about the health. We'll go ahead and grab a close call, and these will repopulate here. This victim dies, so we will increase horror here for the fail result. We'll move up here and we'll resolve our dark power. Overkill traps. When a victim is killed by a death trap, you and each victim in that space take 1 damage. Yikes. Alrighty. Flipping that table would be an all, right? I don't think I'm strong enough to actually flip the table, to be fair. Then our tarot card. I think we only have 1 tarot card left. Faulty construction. If no one is trapped, put this on the bottom and draw the next tarot card. Alrighty. Let's play a game. There are no victims on the board. A victim that matches the first applicable... Oh, no! Oh, wait. Okay, we can trap someone over here. In a space adjacent to that space. So we're going to get... Let's play a game. Or we could trap Jaquette. If we trap Jaquette... I don't know how much I need to be moving right now, but if we trap Jacket, we're right here. We can actually save them. So there is a argument to be made to trap like our friend here instead of someone way over here, because if someone way over here, I don't think I'm ever saving them. And based on what that death trap is, we could be in a situation where it could be very detrimental to the game plan. Especially because I didn't actually read that tarot card, but we do know that our next tarot card is going to affect the person in the trap. I think we trap Jackhead. If we lose Jackhead, we're sad, but I don't know how much we need to move. So let's go here. We've got the temple drills. There is a power drill on each side of your head, inching towards your temples. First, figure out the mechanism 4 times. Lastly, disarm the mechanism 2 damage and move 1 space. We need some more healing, my friends. We need our temple. This is I do like this scenario. I think this is or the Tormentor. I think the Tormentor is pretty cool. Okay. Okay. These traps are nasty. Yeah, right? Right? I think if you can't... What happens when you can't resolve a tarot card? Does the final showdown happen? I think so. That's what happens when I don't play the game enough. There are no tarot cards left in the tarot deck. The finale will be revealed during the upkeep phase. Flip the card and place it in the same space. Sweet. So yeah. So if we... Next round, our finale will be revealed. And we can take on the Tormentor. I need to heal. I need to heal some. So we do have retaliating guards, but if I get stuck in a trap, then I can't heal. We do have a short rest in our 0 stack that we could grab. We have the long rest for 5. I'm thinking we're going to focus a little bit. Let's focus. See if we can get some more time to spend. Jeez. Oh, no! I think we're going to close call that. I'm going to spend 2 times. I think I only spent 1 time last time. Oops. We'll spend 2 time to reroll all of these dice. No! Okay, well, there you go. So focus, 0 result. We're going to lose 2 time, and that is what we would call the worst case scenario. Yikes. Okay. I guess we could... I'm going to close call again. Spend the 2 time, reroll all the dice. We have 1 success at least. So that's going to be decreasing horror level and decreasing time down to 1. I mean, that's awful. That was awful. These dice get put in timeout. We're rolling these dice now. Okay. Oh, we have the lucky rabbit's foot. Let's do that. We roll a d20. Nat 1. Cool. So we can choose to either get 2 time, reduce horror, move a space, or heal 1. I think we're just going to heal 1. And then this is discarded. Okay, team. I'm not good at rolling dice. Okay. Well, that's not great. We'll grab these guys. We have 1 more time to spend. Can we do anything with it? Do I just leave Jaquette in the temple drills? Sorry about you. Those are bad dice. The Tormentor is really tormenting you. Right? Right? I'm thinking I may just leave Jaquette here. there's no reason for me to move. So we're just gonna grab these. That was brutal. I rolled 9 dice and 1 success. I hate that. I hate that so much. Alrighty. So we're gonna move here. Horror's gonna increase. Final terror card. Faulty construction. If no one is trapped, they are. Choose a death trap and play. Mark the next escape task as complete without having to fulfill the requirements. Oh, nice. Okay. And Bloodlust goes up by 1. The next round, we will be resolving the finale. So let's hope we don't die. Okay. We're back to 6 here. So that's nice. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. Who do we appreciate? Let's start by focusing. Sweet. We'll reduce this and increase time by 2. So we go up to 8. Love that. Let's short rest. I think we do want to. We'll take 2 damage. What we're going to do, actually, this is what we're going to do. Because we're not in the mechanism, we're going to do this. We're going to take 2 damage. We're going to play guard. We got a success. We're reducing the damage by 2, so we're good. So that's nice. And we get to move 1 space. So we're going to bring this guy with us down here. And that is successful. Okay. Let's walk. We do get to change one of these results to a success. Does not matter because we're going to move up to 2 spaces. 1 additional victim can come with us. So we're going to come down here. We're going to save both of these victims, which will increase our time by 2. And then that costs us 1 time. We're down to 9. Okay. The Tormentor is going to be revealed. We have 9 time to spend. That's a decent amount of time. I think we grab a long rest and a furious strike, and we get ready to rock. Actually, we're probably going to grab a guard. So long rest, furious strike, 2 close calls, 2, 4, 5. Yeah, let's do that. So we're going to go ahead and end our turn, banking 9. We're going to spend 5, 7, 9. That puts us at 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. We're going to grab the focus. And that's going to be everything that we can do. We're at our maximum hand size. This is going to come down. And I feel like this is where... Oh, no. I disappeared. Oh, forgot to turn my camera on. It's overheating. That's why. I'll be right back. Okay. Let's reveal this final. Okay, so now the ultimate trap is here. This is our finale. So a killer action. We're gonna resolve all traps. We're gonna target final girl or a victim, move, and then double attack. Our attacks are doing 4 damage right now. When revealed, if you are not currently in a death trap, resolve a final girl death trap. The Tormentor considers you as a valid target for movement and can attack you while you're in a death trap. So our final girl death trap is the Slicer. Ugh. First, avoid the knives. We take a damage, lastly die to safety, move a space, and take a damage. Okay. The Slicer, we are here. Boom. Then I need to reread the rules, but I'm pretty sure what we're going to do at this point is look at a new setup card and place the Tormentor in that space. So once the finale has been revealed, the Tormentor will be placed on the board in the beginning of the next killer phase. So not right now. At that point, reveal a random setup card and place the Tormentor in the killer space of the setup card. The Tormentor then proceeds to perform the killer actions on the finale card, and the game continues. Okay, so that could be very bad. That could be very, very bad. Good to know. Okay. It is our time. It is our turn. I guess we'll avoid the knives and drive to safety, take 2 damage, and get out. I don't love the fact that I'm down to 1 damage. Or 1 health. So that's gone. Let's long rest, I guess. Yeah, let's long rest. Give me that double success. We got 1 success. We can discard 2 cards for another success. We're going to go ahead and toss a short rest and a focus to make this a success, which will give us 2 successes, healing us 4 health. That feels very, very good. So 4 health there. Now that I'm thinking about it, I've played with this on top for a couple streams now. Like these are 2 different mats, right? So split down the middle, and typically this is at the bottom, and then this mat here is at the top. I think it's harder to manipulate with this one at the top. I was thinking that I would need to be more. I would need more manipulation here, but I think I'm gonna switch it in the future. Easier. And then I lose a time, going down to 5. I think we just try and save these people, right? We move up to 2 spaces. Because I don't know where the killer is going to show up, so I might. I don't know. We're at 5. We have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards. We grab a Furious Strike just to have it, or do we grab a guard because we're getting attacked twice? If we're gonna grab a guard, we could do something. Let's walk. Okay, so we're gonna change this because we are with Jacket. We get to move 1 space. Very exciting. Guess we'll move here. And that's gonna cost us a time. We could pitch 2 cards to move to. I don't need to do that. Okay, we're gonna end. We have 4. We're gonna take a guard for 2 and a sprint for 2. And then these 2 cards, that's gonna put us at 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We've got our long rest back there. That was so refreshing to get that long rest. Huge fan of that. And then at the start of the killer phase, which is now, we're going to reveal this setup card. Actually, we'll roll the dice. Why not? Go even, odd. Odd. The killer is over here in the forest, Vanguard Forest. Okay. They're going to move and kill. Just going to increase Bloodlust all the way up here. And we have to discard a random action card. So, where did I put the D20? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and on. 11, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 is our close call. Thank goodness. It's not a horrible one. And now, whenever we increase Bloodlust, we will have to discard a random action card, which is pretty brutal. I am not a fan of random discard mechanics. And, okay, so our killer's way over here. Alrighty. When revealed, if you're not currently in a death trap, we are. Okay, so it is. We are ready to go. Um, we lose two time when crossing a bridge. So I think there is a play in which we like come here and we become the closest target and then let the killer come to us. We retaliate or guard the attack from the killer, and then yeah, and then we're rocking and rolling. I took a sprint, right? I did. Let's go. Okay. Um. We'll sprint. Oh, three. Okay. So we got 1, 2, 3, and we lose the time down to 5. Um. Let's walk. We got 2 successes because we're with Jaquette. Don't know if it matters really. So we got 1 there. We'll lose a time. We got 4 left. We got 2, 4, 6, 7 cards. We have 3, so we could deplete all of our time and still have a 10 hand size, assuming that we're not using any action cards. We have both the cards we have to retaliate in our hand. I guess the only thing that we could do is think about grabbing like a Furious Strike, or maybe even a Close Call. I guess we'll focus. I don't see any reason to not focus. So we've got 1 success. So time just stays still. Time standing still. Sounds like a 2000s pop song. Because, right, we reduce horror, which has increases time, and then it costs 1 time. Okay. So at that point, we have 4. I think we're just hanging out at this point. So let's go ahead and let's grab a close call for 1. Grab these. That's going to be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We have 3 left. And so instead of grabbing a walk, let's grab a improvise. Yeah, because then until the action phase end, all 3s and 4s are successes, and then we can hit with that critical blow and the weak attack and feel pretty good there. Okay, so we're going to grab the improvise. We're going to pitch these and reset time to 6. The Tormentor is going to target us. We are the closest. They're going to walk 2 and then attack twice. The first time, let's play guard. So the Tormentor is going to hit us for 3 damage. We're guarding. Ah! Well, that's unfortunate. We're going to take a teardrop. We're reducing the damage by 1, so we'll take 2 damage. Okay. But the teardrop, having 2 teardrops allows us to reroll a dice. And so that, I think, I'd rather just take the 2 damage now and then potentially use cards like Retaliate, or like the reroll on cards like Retaliate. Because the next time they're attacking us, we're going to play Retaliate. Jeez. Jeez. Okay, we're going to spend these 2. We're going to keep this. We're going to reroll one of these teardrops. Okay, so we could... Jeez. Trying to figure out if I want to close call this. Yeah, let's close call. Play after any horror roll. I'm gonna reroll. I'm gonna reroll this 4 actually. Dang it. Okay. Focus and a short rest will change one of these to a star, which means that we reduce the damage by 2, so we're only gonna take 1 damage, and then deal a damage. Not good. Not good, my friends. Are the tiers part of the map? The tiers are just a module that they added in season 3, and so you can play the tiers with any map. This is just like a way uh, to make it a little bit easier. Retaliate. Are we playing champions? I think I would be doing better in champions than I am right now. Okay. Well, that was not great. And the really scary thing here is that we will be taking an attack next turn because we don't have a guard or we only have one guard. I guess we could have them take out Jaquette. Okay, but it is our turn. Let's go ahead and play improvise. So I need to roll better. For the next 4 rolls, all 3s and 4s are successes. Okay. Okay, let's play critical blow. Okay, so we got 3 successes, so that's 5 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we increase all of our damage without item cards by 2. Got a weak attack. Oh no. um I'm gonna close call, spend 2 and reroll all these dice, or reroll all the dice. We got 1 success, not 2. That's so sad. Okay, so we deal 1 damage and we take a damage. So if this has any health left. Which I think I actually roll 1 more die, don't I? Because we're down to 1 health. So I'm rolling 1 more die. So we have 1 success right now. I'm gonna roll 1 more die. It is a second success, so I don't take a damage, so that's good. Depending on if this has any hearts on the back, we could be in a lot of trouble. Oh, it does not. Okay, sweet. So that does take down the Tormentor. That was tight because we were down to a spot where we were going to have to kill off Jaquette, hopefully roll enough on the guard to not die. I wonder, what was our health? Okay, we had 2 health left. So we had like a little bit still going, but yikes. I do like the Tormentor. I thought the Tormentor with the traps was pretty cool. Falconwood is a big map. It felt like there was a lot of stuff going on with Falconwood. I did get to play some of the cards that I have not really played before. Like I don't think I've really ever used an improvise, and that felt pretty decent. I don't think I've really used a long rest before. That was incredibly good. Mandy seems good. 2 damage to attacks made without a weapon or item seems very, very good. So that Mandy seems like a tank with her 6 health and 2 additional damage every single time she attacks, pretty much, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, nice. We got more Final Girl coming up on the channel soon-ish. I think next week we're going to be either playing not Final Girl. We're going to either be playing Ashes or Spirit Island. I may even put out a poll to see which one we want to see. But I'm trying to do kind of a non-LCG stream each week. And so or non-Champions Lord of the Rings stream each week. And so that could be a Final Girl, Spirit Island, Ashes, anything really. But I think next week we're probably going to be looking at either Spirit Island or a Ashes stream. So sweet. I'm going to be back on Friday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern time to play some Lord of the Rings to continue on in the progression series. So that's going to be my next stream. And yeah, awesome. I really enjoyed playing Final Girl. Season 3 seems pretty good. The tier dice are nice. The tier, if we were not playing with the tier dice, we would have lost that game. And so fueled by the tears of the fans, as they say. Thank you so very much for hanging out and watching. I appreciate y'all, and we will see you next time. Peace.